everyone. We now have all the details for the Community Meta competition set to start on June 28th, 2022. And oh boy, people are not happy. And it's not because of the meta, it's because of the price structure. First, let's look at the meta. This was decided based on a community vote to see what the majority of players wanted the meta for the competition to be. And the winners are Blue Steel and Candy Canes, getting a massive boost of points. Blue Steel went from 2,500 back to the standard 6,800, and Candy Canes went from 200 to a massive 1,350. And in order to make sure people are only doing Blue Steel or Candy Canes to remain competitive, they have reduced the point values of many other popular crafts, which are cake, decorated cake, fancy cake, uniform, peanut wine, chocolate covered strawberries, and steel. They also changed other values around this time, so although Blue Steel and Candy Canes will score you the most points, they will not net you any money, which means you will have to rely on selling something else for money. They also reduced the amount of money that steel gives in order to discourage people from selling steel for points or money. They did greatly increase the amount of money that wool and flour give. Wool went from 3,750 to 13,000. So a batch of 10 wool will net you 130,000 cash. Flour went from 2,000 to 8,500. So a batch of 10 flowers will net you 85,000 to cash. This is great for letting people get a significantly faster start. They lowered the building cost of steel mills, going from 1.5 million down to 400,000. They also changed the wages from 750 down to 300, making it easier to build and manage the wages of steel mills. Now, just to be clear, as of posting this video, these changes haven't gone live in the game and probably won't go live until Tuesday or hours before the competition goes live. And pay close attention to the start time on when the competition starts. You want to check the Town Start Announcements channel for yourself, because the start time for this competition is 4 hours earlier than we're used to. Competitions in my time usually start at 11 in the morning, but this one says it starts at 7 in the morning. So you want to be aware of that. So this competition starts June 28th, 2022, which is a Tuesday, but it's 4 hours earlier than usual. Okay, and now we get into the price structure, and here it is. Now there are a few reasons people are disappointed with this. First reason, the rewards are significantly lower than expected. We used to have a prior structure that paid out twice more than this for the same top 1,000 placements. So it's strange to see the prize amounts go down. Second reason, the prize amounts aren't tied to USD, which is also strange since at one point they said that moving forward, gala prizes in the Town Start competitions will be tied to a USD value. Exactly what they did for the May Mayhem competitions. These rewards are just flat gala, which is good if gala skyrockets in the next couple of days, but also bad if gala dumps in price. Third reason, we were recently told that the competitions would switch to bi-weekly instead of weekly, which is what they were doing last year. This means half the amount of competitions than usual, but they also told us that the competition rewards will be going up to accommodate this change. However, this wasn't the case, as these rewards are actually lower now than the previous reward structure announced earlier this year. So now on to my thoughts. If you don't think you can get to at least top 800, I don't think this competition is worth the time and effort. Of course, it's completely up to you if you wish to participate or not, but I'm positive less people will participate in this competition than usual. Which sounds like a good thing. You might be thinking, hey, less people that participate means I can rank higher. But that's not necessarily the case. People who have lots of NFTs will probably still participate in this one and take the higher ranks. I personally will still participate in this competition, but don't care much for the prize. I have NFTs that will give me an advantage, so making a town won't be as difficult. So if you're going to participate, here's my advice. If you don't have any NFTs, you should do Blue Steel, especially if you have more experience with it. If you have certain NFTs that provide passive water or Lolly and Pop Shop NFTs or sugar stations, you would have a better shot doing candy canes. If you have a wheat stand and a passive iron NFT, then Blue Steels will once again have the advantage. Also remember, if you're going to do a Blue Steel, you absolutely need a mountain. If you're going to do candy canes, aim for a river or two if possible. It's not a requirement, but it helps, of course. I'm personally going to be doing candy canes, even though I have no experience in doing a candy cane build, but I have the NFTs that will help me do it. So it's going to be fun learning experience, and hopefully I can make an efficient candy cane town. As for starting your town, I think selling wool or flour is on the side is the way to go in order to have enough cash to be able to quickly build your town, but also maintain your town in the end. If you happen to have a wheat stand NFT, both of these benefit greatly, with flour possibly being the better option. I will personally be selling flour using my legendary wheat stand to have a couple of windmills with green timers being supplied passive wheat to craft flour quickly, and having a flour storage and regular storage nearby to be able to get the flour deposited quickly. So that's all the tips I have for the competition. Now let me show you something on the Townstar playbook. So in the news page, I've added a table with the rewards for this competition, including a USD equivalent of the Gala reward based on the price of Gala that I manually put here. And here I calculated the total amounts of Gala that will be distributed in this competition and the USD equivalent of this amount, just for your reference. I will update this Gala value throughout the next few days, but we'll leave it at a final value after the rewards have been paid out, so it can be used to compare it to future competition rewards. In the changelog page, I have listed all the changes that will take place during this new meta. I will update the actual values in the spreadsheet after the new meta gets updated into the game. And this updated version of the Townstar playbook was made to support these kind of meta changes. Let me show you why. So when I change the value of the selling price or stars earned here, if it's higher than standard, it will be green, and if it's lower than standard, it will be red. And those changes will be reflected on the card views of the items and any other relevant area. You can see 0 when sold, and the updated amount of stars when sold. As for the objects, the steel mill will be adjusted for the meta. So as you can see, I have a section for meta changes for objects. If I change the wages or build cost, if it's a lower number, it'll be green. But if it were a higher number, it would be red. And once again, all this information is reflected in the card views and other relevant areas. But I'll change that info back to normal for now. Like I said, I'll update that info when it's in the game. So that's everything. Let me know if you plan on participating in this competition, your thoughts on the whole situation, or anything else. Thank you for watching.